Join me as I take this journey to turn my house into a true home of love, a place of peace, a place of rest, a place that feels like heaven's embrace. A house is not just bricks. It is not just furniture. It is a mirror of the soul inside. John chapter 14 verse 23 says, "If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him, and make our home with him." A home filled with love heals. It restores. It strengthens. It becomes a fortress of peace. But a home without love drains. It suffocates. It mirrors our chaos. Proverbs chapter 24 verse 3 says, "By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established." Here is the mystery. Your home does not lie. It reflects your heart. If your heart carries bitterness, your home will echo bitterness. If your heart carries peace, your home will breathe peace. Matthew chapter 12 verse 34 says, "Out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks." I have lived this truth. I have walked into my own rooms and felt the weight of old pain pressing on me. Not just clutter on shelves, but clutter in the spirit. Objects that whispered stories I no longer wanted. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 6 says, "A time to keep, and a time to cast away." Here is the first secret. Decluttering is not just cleaning. It is spiritual warfare. Every bag of clothes you release, every drawer you empty, every broken object you throw away, is an act of deliverance. You are saying, "I am ready for joy. I am ready for peace. I am ready for love." Isaiah chapter 43 verse 18 says, "Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. I once let go of just a chair, but it carried memories of tears and pain. The day it left, the atmosphere in my home changed. The air felt lighter. The walls felt freer." 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17 says, "The old has gone. The new is here." Here is the second secret. What you bring in determines what lives in your space. Love must be invited. It does not arrive by accident. Bring in beauty. Bring in joy. Bring in reminders of God's faithfulness. Psalm chapter 16 verse 6 says, "The boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Surely I have a delightful inheritance." Your home speaks through your senses. Sight, what you see lifts you or burdens you. Sound, music and words fill the air with life or death. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21 says, "The tongue has the power of life and death." Smell, the fragrance of candles or flowers stirs the soul. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 15 says, "For we are to God the pleasing aroma of Christ." Touch, soft blankets, warm light, safe textures. They remind you, you are loved. Here is the third secret. The spirit you carry through your door becomes the spirit of your home. If you enter with anger, the walls drink it in. If you enter with gratitude, the atmosphere multiplies it. Colossians chapter 3 verse 15 says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace." That is why I pause before I enter. I whisper a prayer. I choose to leave my stress outside. Joshua chapter 24 verse 15 says, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." And when I step in with thanksgiving, I feel love waiting for me. The truth is this: your home teaches your children how to love. It shapes how your partner feels safe. It molds how your spirit rests. So I ask you, what spirit does your home carry today? Psalm 127 verse 1 says, "Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain." As I transformed my space, my heart began to transform too. Every item I released freed me from chains. Every object chosen with love spoke life back to me. And I realized, this is not decoration, this is consecration. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16 says, "Do you not know that you are God's temple, and that God's Spirit dwells in you?" So here is your invitation. Start small. One corner, one drawer, one object. Ask yourself, does this carry love, or does this carry weight? If it carries love, let it stay. If it carries weight, release it. Philippians chapter 3 verse 13 says, "Forgetting what is behind, and straining toward what is ahead." Here is the final mystery. When you fill your home with love, you are rewriting your destiny. A chaotic home feeds a chaotic mind. A peaceful home nurtures a peaceful heart. But a home of love becomes a place where miracles grow. John chapter 15 verse 9 says, "As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Abide in my love." So today declare this with me. Only peace lives here, only joy lives here, only love lives here, because when Christ is the cornerstone, your home becomes heaven's echo on earth. Psalm 91 verse 1 says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Now pause for a moment. Look around your home. Look at your walls. Look at your shelves. Look at your table. Ask yourself, does this space heal me? Does this space reflect love? Does this space carry the presence of God? If the answer is no, it can change. You can start today. Do not despise small beginnings. Zechariah chapter 4 verse 10 says, "Who dares despise the day of small things? A single candle can change the atmosphere. A single prayer can cleanse a room. A single act of gratitude can shift the energy of a house." Your home can become sanctuary. Your home can become healing ground. Your home can become the place where God's peace rests. So I challenge you, open the windows, let light in, play worship music, pray over every room, invite the Spirit of God to dwell there. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 15 says, "Now my eyes will be open, and my ears attentive to the prayers offered in this place." When the Spirit fills your home, arguments lose power, anxiety loses grip, fear cannot stay, for perfect love drives out fear. 1 John chapter 4 verse 18. And that is what a true home of love is. Not just furniture, not just paint, but the very presence of God. So begin. Release what weighs you down. Keep what lifts you up. Surround yourself with reminders of His love. And watch, as your home shifts, as your spirit rises, as your family thrives, because where love lives, God lives. 1 John chapter 4 verse 16 says, "God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them." Now if this word has blessed you, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video so others can find it. If you are ready for more secrets of peace and transformation, subscribe now, and join this growing family of love. I would love to hear from you. What small change will you make in your home today? Comment below. Your story may inspire someone else. And do not miss my next video. I will share powerful steps to not just organize your space, but align it fully with the presence of God. Because this is more than design. This is destiny.